Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 3.5 preview playthrough as the Galactic Empire. In the last episode, we've taken a few planets from Maldrood. We've lost an engagement over Commenor, and hopefully we will not lose Commenor. But we are going to check out some more build queues. I'm going to queue up. You know what? I'm going to go all the way over to camp. I'm going to put you back on there.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Enemy fleet? No approaching fleets. So then we can queue up I have Palpatine, we can get Apocalypse, and we can get Titus Alephalo back.
Vehicle in production.
Kindergarten, you can come. Ascension, you can come. I'm going to have to leave the rest open just so we have the credits. I don't want to spend credits that I need elsewhere. We also need to go into Mon Calamari. We need to take out that Bellator. Do they have a build limit on the Bellators? Lifetime of 4. Okay, so they can build 2 more if we destroy this one and don't take Mon Calamari from them. So we kind of need to have that ready. How intact are you? 89%. So if I were to take Drommel out, if I take Drommel somewhere. Nope, Belderone is getting attacked. I'm just gonna retreat from this. Like, I kind of want to take the Drommel fleet up to just take out the Bellator, but we do need to commit for the whole battle, whatever we're doing there. No taxing in prison on Serenno. I've already got the tax agency in prison built on Serenno. Or label, yeah.
Awaiting your orders.
So it's gonna be at what, 2 revolt stacks or unrest stacks in the next Galactic week. There's still stuff coming in. Well, that's just a spy. Yeah, if you look at Serenno here, we have one influence, got 2 negative influence structures. Building another one isn't going to do anything because we're already maxed out or bottomed out on influence. The only thing is I'm not sure if we'll actually get integration from stuff. We got another Altor there. I wonder if we can do anything here. Let's try. Let's see if we can get out of that. They say they're about to invade Roche. I'm probably just gonna move back there. Commodore is getting invaded. The New Republic is actually deciding to do something for once. But I'd rather they do something else somewhere else. That's sad.
New coordinates.
Alright, let's go up and capture. We do have a lot of turrets here. I can get a sensor node back there, I think.
Roger that. Form up. Moving us.
We have the double sensors here for point defense. We're gonna get the cash just for cash. I guess I'll get some more anti-vehicle turrets. AA back here isn't gonna do much. Like, there's the V-wings technically. Okay, the V-wings are coming in this way, but we already have that covered. Alright, now we got the money. No, you're still supposed to go over here.
Right away, sir. Light assault vehicle here.
Heading out.
Construction complete.
I think the point defense is actually getting most of those, even with the extra missiles coming in from the V-wing. And you are just going to explode. Alright, anti-vehicle. Anti-vehicle, just in case they do manage to push up past here.
All out. Yes, Commander. Let's move out.
Put you on the healing.
Ready. Brigade standing by.
Roger that.
And okay. You building up. There we go.
Armor ready. Enemy in range.
Moving to secondary position. All orders. Construction complete.
Okay, the MPTL will do damage back here.
Ready.
So I think we need to just kill these and then hopefully
Affirmative.
move over.
In position.
What happened to the Viscount on this planet? The Viscount was on Zeltros, I think, when we saw it. It's one planet over. But they're entirely connected to their territory here, so they can move stuff in and out as they see fit.
New coordinates.
Think-
Keep going.
Do we try to go behind and get the... Get the artillery?
Orders understood.
Rotor that.
Well, we're trying, so
Open fire. This way.
before they land anything else.
Attack that target.
All right, now come back around this way.
Stations on duty. Inputting direction.
Form up. Rolling out.
Okay, most of what they have is
Awaiting orders.
T4s or RT4s.
Ready to support. Reinforcement.
The bombing run. I don't know if the bombing run will be.
Support order acknowledged.
Moving to position. Not copy.
Like the, we do have anti-bomber
Yes, sir. Fire away.
uses for our for these. Like the bombing run projectiles should be taken out by that.
Yes,
It just depends on whether enough get taken out. Okay, so nope, we took out the whole bombing run that way with just the base.
On lookout.
Thanks, AA turrets.
Analyzing.
Ready.
All right, with these guys getting healed, they should be able to take out a couple T4s.
Armor ready.
Unit destroyed.
Just they do have a bit higher range.
Receiving transmission.
Let's see what we can get out of this. Is this going to be an ATTE? Nope, try to neutron torch.
Just give me a target.
Fine.
Tank brigade ready. Affirmative. New coordinates.
Nope, that's not going to be healing anymore.
Form up.
All right, so let's pull these over then.
Base is under attack.
I just need the
Unit destroyed.
turrets to actually be in position to shoot them because they can't shoot at the hill. So
Awaiting orders.
Ready yourself. This way.
okay, we got the treaded neutron torch.
Ready.
They are going to come over and hit there.
Awaiting.
We haven't really lost anything because we didn't have any real units here, so these are all garrisons. Even if we lose all the units,
Engaging enemy.
it's all garrisons.
Moving out.
We've killed what, two of the T4 squads, and we've killed almost everything else, I think,
Not copy.
if not everything else.
Away.
We'll back you up.
Armed and ready.
Build pad.
Commencing attack.
We just need to hope the bombing run V2 doesn't kill us. Well, it shouldn't, because they'd have to be going over the same area,
Yes, sir.
and the orbital bombardment,
Yes, Commander.
because that'll be coming in.
Ball out.
Or are they going to leave?
Ready. Let's move out.
Providing.
Because these T4s can't make it all the way to the base. It's just not happening.
Spread out,
Let's
man.
go. Keep going.
Keep going. We secured a build pad.
This way.
Right behind
Charge.
you. Base.
All right, the turret should cover over here.
Yes, sir. Unit destroyed.
And
Standing by.
now
Fire.
you can all just do this.
Rolling out.
Destroyed. Come on, man. This way.
Okay, I think we can hold
Moving to
Commodore
fire. Targeting.
fairly indefinitely.
Armor ready. Moving to position.
There we go. All right, perfect. Go invade Ariado. I don't want you here. I want you to kill Ariado. I want you to thrive just somewhere else until I'm ready to kill you, and then you can die. But There's also like these Maldrood planets down here, which it would be a shame if this is what we integrate. Or I guess it wouldn't be that big of a shame. It'd just be not what we're aiming for. Who has all these planets? So is that just a star on the map? Yeah, I think that's a star on the map. Photoshop that out. But they're going for Roche.
Tactical battle imminent.
So we got our Mon Calamari move, we got our Roche move. How close are we to Dark Empire? So when this planet revolts, when Serenno revolts, we take it, and then that should be Zinj integrated. I don't think it'll mean we get their units, because I don't think the check... I don't know when that check was put in. Thought it was at the same time that the 0 planet checks were put in as well. So, oh, this is okay. So this is interesting. So this Bellator damage, the multi builds on SSDs was something we just added support to the script for. So when a second SSD of the same class gets built, it was using the original, like it's still the same tag. So all the damage from the prior one is still there.
Let's go. Setting course. Let's go.
Reporting in. Roger that.
So if we can just get up here before...
Heading to destination.
Keep your eyes open.
Much else, we can just kill the Bellator.
Ready for command, sir.
So then, like, if we left it like this, even if they did build another Bellator, we'd just be able to jump in and take it. But I'd rather,
Fire at will.
you know, I'd rather just
Destroyer here.
integrate the faction.
Copy.
Take the planet,
Attacking.
integrate the faction.
Firing.
Yes, General.
It's much less scary fighting a nearly dead Bellator.
My scopes are jammed.
Operational, Commander.
And the longer I waited for this, the harder it was going to be. So this was very fortunate.
Our target priority is the
Or he always abuses bug. Look, it's a trade-off for me not getting all the same other benefits that you're going to get when playing 0.5, so it's entirely fair.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Weapons online.
People are free to submit a complaint to my boss. He doesn't like me very much, so he'd probably listen.
Awaiting your orders. Awaiting your command. Your command.
Alright, Impetus is getting a little hammered, but we do have the healing here.
Battle cruiser operational, Commander.
Engaging the enemy. Our target
So, like, if I was any of you in 0.5, then I'd have the integration happen. Who's my boss? Me.
Roger that. The lasers are our target.
Heavy Star Destroyer awaiting orders.
I guess Kazoo. But Kazoo does like me.
Commander here.
Destroyer here. We've
He doesn't know any better.
I'm losing my engine. They're on
target
me.
priority.
Clam, is that a true copy pasta? Or did you change words?
Pursuing enemy forces.
I assume this is from the Clone Wars video somewhere.
Ready for
Battle cruiser operational, Commander.
I copy.
Clam always finds the most unhinged rants. Unfollow for hating Dark Empire.
Attack formation.
You're throwing the hate against the most founded and logical story about Star Wars, like all the novel hard work done over 40 years in the EU, and the resurrection of Palpatine.
Fire.
You should be ashamed to talk about Star Wars. Star Wars as create content about it, since you consider what Disney Wars canon for Beta's empowered women in progress agendas. Bro, get the fuck out of the fan base. You're disgusting, like all the Disney Filoni fan stuff created. Or just stuff created.
Destroyer awaiting orders.
Reporting. Attack.
Taking fire.
Cruiser operational, Commander.
We lost our tender. We did lose the tender. Ooh, we are losing our
Eliminating target.
They've taken
GA.
our launch bay. That's it.
Missile tubes loaded.
Heavy Star Destroyer awaiting orders.
He's about to be
That would be bad.
Allegiance
Awaiting orders. Awaiting your orders.
He's about to be destroyed.
Famously beloved EU story, Dark Empire. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of situations where the idea of the story gets a lot more love than the story did. Where like people see a lore video, but like, oh, that must have been a great story. And
Pursuing Destroying enemy forces.
They've never read it.
Narrowing
We're like, Dark Empire 1? I liked. Dark Empire 2 and 3. They didn't need to happen. Uh-oh. Are we going to lose engines on this? That's the question.
I got fighters on me.
It's kind of like when people talk about how their favorite novels are the ones about the Pentastar alignment and the Arinda campaign. It's like, no. Those never happened.
I got one.
Losing power.
Alright. I think we got it with everything. Lost Arab's Downfall and Star Galleon Frigate. Perfectly acceptable losses. Do we have another spy?
Yes, my lord.
No, I was almost there. I wasn't really almost there. I was kind of far away. But I like the Pentastar alignment. Look, I'm not saying people aren't allowed to like the Pentastar alignment. It's just they were never in any books. Not once. Actually, is that true? Were they mentioned somewhere? Hold on, I'm gonna double check that. There might have been a mention somewhere. Let's see. Appearances. No, it's just in the RPG supplements. And source books. Not one single novel mention. Ever. I think I'm gonna have to go for the rear ISTs. Because they're gonna get healed a bit. How do they exist if they were never mentioned? Like I said, they were in source books. They weren't in any novels. So there are no, like...
Cannons armed.
In all the Star Wars books and legends, not mentioned once. They're like RPG supplements, so like setting guides and that kind of thing. Then you have like a page-long breakdown of them. So they exist pretty much exclusively as background information, not as parts of the stories.
Captain here. Moving.
Do I have fighter support?
Let's move back here.
No problem.
Cruiser
Like, there's a lot of stuff that, especially if you know,
destroying lasers.
Dreadnought cruiser.
like if you say you know lore primarily from the mods and stuff that appears there, like one of the when we're making the mods, we're essentially like everything is weighed fairly equally lore-wise, and everything appears kind of equally. Where like a character being in books versus source books, or like just being a background name mentioned, doesn't really impact their appearance all that much, unless they're like just have a worse icon because we've had to scrounge some background character up for it.
Copy. Hit
But
and falling out of formation.
it's kind of like if you know that picture about like how people perceive their bodies, and it's like the bigger head, like larger facial features, then you have like the smaller part on like top of your torso, hands get big again. So it's basically the amount of focus they get from your brain. If you think about the lore that way, then
It's gone.
Got one. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
then the stuff that you interact with in books is kind of like those parts of the body, whereas stuff like the Pentastar alignment, while they might be a big part of the galaxy, like they control a big chunk of territory, they're more like your shoulder, where they were never a focus of any stories.
Switch position. Unable to shake them. Gun them down.
Yeah, creation.
The others. I'm losing.
So
Commander.
if
You won't be around much longer.
if lore is a body,
Frequency open.
then nerve endings are story appearances.
Receiving message. Eliminating target.
And I don't care what anyone says, this is a fantastic analogy.
I'll take care of this.
Decoding transmission. Locking on target.
Enemy unit disabled.
I never said it was self-perception or psychology based. It's how your body perceive, like, not self-perception, like, how do I think about myself? Like, self-perception is in how strong are your senses in each area, how much, like, brain space is that taking up?
Ready. Destroy
being
the
targeted.
ion cannons.
Open fire.
Space station damaged.
Ready for
I'm
action.
hit.
Station ready.
Watch for enemy ships.
At the ready. Homing in.
Orbital command available.
I'm hit.
Target locked.
Yes, it's because of nerve endings, but my description of that is still entirely valid.
The lasers are our target.
Hypervelocity gun available. Hypervelocity cannon firing.
At your command.
Ready for orders, Commander.
Receiving message.
I don't think we're winning this.
They're on me. Decoding transmission.
Get them off me. Squadron moving out.
Heading out. Unable to shake
Setting
them.
up my run, sir. Repairing.
Ready for action. Station ready. Disable those ion cannons.
Okay.
We have been defeated.
Knowing Flying Thing asks, what in God's name is the behemoth? That is the Altor fleet tender. It heals stuff. It's there for the benefit of others. So that's really sad that we've lost that stuff, but we should be able to finish this off.
Tactical battle.
We can also move a fleet down because the Garros fleet doesn't need to be there anymore.
Constructing. Constructing.
Seems like a massive waste of pop cap. Absolutely not. Tenders are
located the enemy.
fantastic. It's going to be tough to use the hypervelocity gun in this battle because a lot of that will be tended away,
All head full.
but
Confirmed. Right away.
should be good here.
Heading out. Super Star Destroyer ready. Engaging the enemy.
All right, we can try to front to back these. I'm going to do shields off them.
All batteries commence firing. Fire at will. Engaging the enemy.
Yeah, like the AI doesn't use it
All batteries
optimally.
commence firing.
Like putting multiple in one fleet does end up being pop inefficient, especially if they're not using it with
Engaging the enemy.
especially smaller ships. But
All batteries
like,
commence
they're still getting a
firing.
lot of value out of
Fire at
this.
will.
Out of
Engaging the
these.
enemy.
Unfortunately, we're not going to be taking out anything else there. Alright, so let's move this fleet down, because they're going to be trying to get into Roche there.
Construction complete. Constructing. Constructing.
And I can get more spies here.
Unit in production.
How are we doing on Serenno? Well, it's not really a cargo ship. It's a tanker. That's what the tanks on the side are. So the engines are just what's there to propel it. We'll have one more, I guess 2 more weeks, technically. I'm going to move these guys back in. Just leave that spy there, because then we can always see what's going on. Or, I guess since we're spying on it that way, we don't need to. We're going to have it
Awaiting your
probe coming in, so you can go to Tonfalk. I think there was a bigger fleet on Tonfalk, too. Well, you can classify a tanker as a cargo carrier if you want. It's one very specific type of cargo.
Coming around.
So when the thing it's hauling are the tanks of fuel, then like the engines, you can't really reduce the engine space for that because it's just carrying the fuel.
There they are. Blast them.
Gotta get places fast.
Frigate
Can
reporting.
I bait their
Hell, my head full.
HV cannon? Alright, you're gonna just
On standby.
shift off to the side there. And they're gonna start getting their reserves in. There we go.
Allegiance moving to destination.
Heading to destination. We're moving out. Reporting in.
We're gonna try to take out their
Location confirmed. As you command. Location
their
confirmed.
garrisons.
This way. Carrack en route.
Roger that.
Alright, get that. Did we save you? We did save you.
Form up.
Why is it being used in military fleets? Because we use like cargo ships and tankers to represent logistics ships, which are represented as fleet tenders in the mod. So as a support class
Agents class ready
with the mechanics that Empire War has available.
Bomber squadron reporting. Bombs deployed.
Getting a lock.
Reporting. Attack that target.
Copy.
Star Destroyer standing by. Star Destroyer reporting in.
So like tending represents
Awaiting orders.
refueling, resupplying, repairing.
Awaiting orders.
Obviously that stuff's not really happening in the scale of battle. Like you're not having a ship go from 1%, whatever 1% hull strength means in a real battle, to full from another ship like pulsing green at it, but
Awaiting your command.
it's abstraction for gameplay. It's just game design.
Agents class ready to serve.
Nowhere to run.
Priority target identified.
Roger that.
The game benefits from having
Them out.
other types of classes than just shooting.
Target locked.
Heavy Star Destroyer awaiting orders.
And apparently my voice benefits from being lost.
Operational, Commander.
Trier... We're not going to force a retreat here, so I don't need to worry too much about taking out engines.
Direct fire on the engines.
Closing on
But
target.
let's get these acclimator... or the acclimator first.
Destroyer
Or
here.
before going to the Altor, not first. We're taking these guys out first.
Heavy Star Destroyer awaiting orders.
Okay, are they firing at the strike cruiser still? I'm not sure if they'll have switched to another target. Yeah. Okay. Kind of unfortunate for them, but, you know,
Closing on target.
way she goes.
Allegiance class
It's the
ready
way of the
to
road.
serve.
Copy.
And we have enough
Narrowing position.
Reporting.
Lancers here that I'm fairly confident against their fighters and bombers.
Destroyer
Like, I think we're probably
Almost
gonna
got him.
be able to take the whole
Destroyer
battle,
reporting in.
but
Battlers are operational,
Yes,
Commander.
Commander. Attack
let's go for the Aldor, especially because we have a Grand Admiral.
Ready to receive
Can we get the
orders.
bombers back onto these guys though ourselves?
Heavy Star Destroyer awaiting
Engaging
orders.
the enemy. I have them now. Let's finish him.
Destroy the engines.
Okay, I do need to make sure we finish off Trier as well.
Awaiting orders.
I'm probably making a mistake with the Allegiance,
They will be destroyed.
going for some of these, but it's doing fine.
In their weapon systems.
Because like it has
Your orders. Firing.
Cover me now.
Awaiting your
it has primarily like light turbo lasers or mediums and lights. So going against smaller stuff with it is actually more in its wheelhouse than what you'd see with other ships of its size typically.
Behind them.
engaging the enemy.
Alright, got some pass-through damage.
Heavy Star Destroyer awaiting
How we lost an Altor in
Reporting
the patron or in the supporter exclusive Maldrood campaign,
on the engines.
so it's only fair.
Agents class ready to serve.
I'm losing.
Why don't I attack the shipyard, then retreat, come back, and have an easier fight? I do that sometimes, but it kind of depends on the situation.
I'm hit.
Like, on this, we'd probably get pinched by the fleet in the station, and I'm more interested in just trying to take out the the real fleet in this instance. Like, I know we have a stronger fleet in a straight up fight than them, so I don't need to try to cheese the station. Like, normally that's what I do if I think I can't take the fight, and it seems like just risking part of the fleet to snipe the shipyard and then come back and not have to fight the garrison makes more sense. But in this fleet comp, I didn't think that was super necessary. So it made more sense, in my opinion, to go at a regular fight. It's also easier in fleets that have higher fighter focus. Like, this is more capital ships, but if I had fighter focus, I could just send the fighters in and go here. It's also easier in 0.5 and on, like once the speed changes are in, because then you can just kind of go in. But this build was pre speed changes.
They've got us targeted.
I'm kind of worried that they're going to try to retreat. That's the only thing. So these guys are going to come over here. I guess I should do it this way. You're all going to go there. You're going to go here as well. We want to take down the missiles. So the ground units we're going to try to take out with our little fighters, or anti-fighters.
He won't be around much longer. Go after them. Target critical. Enemy unit taking fire.
The hope was that the New Republic would be able to take, or even the Hapans would be able to take that other fleet on, or the other 3 planets on that Maldrood has in the other parts of the galaxy, or that like us putting this pressure on would start meaning that the New Republic could take a few just by the Maldrood collapse that's going to be going on. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, which makes me very disappointed in them.
Locking all. Missiles at the ready. Taking them out.
Alright, I shouldn't change the targets because it's got
I have fighter support.
it's got its own healing. There we go.
Cannons targeting. Heavy Star Destroyer awaiting orders. Open.
I'm gonna have to move you over there,
Battle cruiser operational, Commander.
and I'll make sure we get the
Watch your back. Ready for action.
turbo lasers off this side too, so that the Lancers don't get attacked.
The lasers are our target. Reporting. Our target priority.
There we go.
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Engaging the enemy.
It'd be funny if you added the EXF's death explosion alters. I mean, I've thought about doing, like, I want to do more of the challenge campaigns, like when I had the AI play for me. And one of the ones that I had in mind for that was,
Star Destroyer standing
so there's the missile-only playthrough that I really wanted to do, which
Moving to sector.
has been
Star
on the
Destroyer
list
reporting
forever. But also making it so that every ship had a death explosion that just blew up everything around it. Or not everything around it, but like did a lot, like the EXF style does damage. Alright, a lot of their ground units got away, but you know. Lost Carita, I hardly know her, and Gladiator's finale. Or a nice Mon Cal visit. Alright, there's actually nothing in space back there. There's nothing in space anywhere over here.
Building canceled.
I don't actually need those then.
Beginning
Get heavy vehicle factories.
Building
Or
canceled.
taxes. Alright, Mon Cal. This is actually a terrible place for Jedi.
Allura here.
Tactical battle.
For any heroes. Oh, they're doing it again. Is that Hapan? Are the Hapans going to try to take the Hapes cluster back over? I think we can... I think we can win. Well, we'll see.
Just give me a target. Tank
Like, we're dealing with more infantry now than we were.
Form up. Squad, advance.
So that's the major difference right now.
Awaiting orders.
ready for recon.
But,
Gearing up.
okay, so these bikes and the ATPTs are going to be a bit more important this way.
Copy.
Affirmative. On my way.
I'm going to try to get over to
Right
this.
away. Order acknowledged.
Reporting. Order acknowledged.
Okay, that's going to be anti-infantry.
New coordinates.
We're going to try to hold on here.
Ready and waiting, sir. Preparing for combat, sir.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, now get over there for... Let's get support again.
We've captured
Order, sir. Reporting.
Roger that. Heading out.
Supervising battle. Construction complete. I would be proud to
And hopefully we'll be able to take
Form up. Enemy in range.
that landing zone.
Awaiting orders.
Because what I really need here is anti-infantry turrets.
Fall out.
Come on, go forward.
Fire.
Come on, man, this way.
Our copy.
'Cause we're still in range of those. Okay. ATSTs are going to be one over there. Well, it looks like that's not happening. Damn.
Ready
Okay,
to move.
come on over.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Ready to go. Engage.
Don't go too far up. Let's just get our AI turrets.
Open fire.
Like 8 companies of troopers. Okay. Now, everyone take cover.
Heading out.
There's the artillery. It's not going as far this time. I need that artillery down.
Awaiting orders.
So, here, let's try to push on this side.
Awaiting destination.
Just come around.
Armor ready. Just give me
The artillery is the most important thing to kill.
fire. Tank brigade ready.
Come on. Parallax, go away.
Scout trooper active. Almost there.
Lead the way.
Ooh, they got the ATAP as well.
Attacking target.
Alright.
Roger that. Let's move out. Reporting in.
ATSTs, get on there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we can take out the landing zone.
Roger that.
Need the ATSTs to get around.
Weapons ready.
We'll check it out.
Scout trooper
Ooh,
reporting.
okay. Back off, back off. Try to get those again.
Form up.
And I think I need to bring the bikes back here too.
Watching for the enemy. Targeting rebels.
Roger. Reporting in.
Awaiting orders. Copy. Fire at will.
Alright. We are
Attacking.
in charge on this again.
Let's go.
We'll check it out.
Keep
So
going.
let's try to just go back there.
This way.
I'll leave a couple of you here, but most of us are just going
Ready. Over there.
back to this side.
Meeting.
Rolling out.
ready to support.
Alright. Yeah, that could have been better. Could have been worse. Like, the New Republic, I honestly, it wouldn't even bother me that much. No, it would bother me a lot if they took it, actually. I'm lying. I do care if the New Republic has this planet. I want this planet. I don't want to lose any planets.
Systems online.
I put a lot of work into capturing them all,
Roger that.
raising them all
We'll assist you.
with a Z. That's part of the capturing. Oh, shit. Okay. If we were slightly farther back, then the attack would have come from this corner.
Scanners operational.
I got too comfortable. Shit. I was trying to use the ability and then I canceled it.
Waiting orders.
A fool.
Just give me a target. Let's roll.
Okay, that's the first time that I've thought cancel culture has gone too far.
Copy.
There was no accountability there, only disappointment. Is this even in a good place to explode? I guess it's kind of in a good place to explode. There. That's something.
Form up. Tank brigade ready. Firing.
At least there's no more artillery. We do have the
Affirmative.
fire
Awaiting
dragons
orders.
coming in.
New coordinates. Charge.
At your disposal.
Come on.
We secured a build pad. Unit destroyed. Base is under attack.
Roger that.
Like, I know there's, what, 2 companies of fire dragons? Which I guess isn't me knowing anything if I say it like that. I'm not inspiring anyone's any confidence in anyone saying it that way. No, no! I didn't want you to blow up that time.
Did my sights. Enemy in range. Attack. I'll copy. Right away. Reporting.
Back there.
Yes, sir.
Need to get all these guys back.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Open.
Copy. Let's go.
Reinforcement point contested.
Fire. Open fire.
Unit
It's so
destroyed.
close.
That target. Ready. Headed.
Unit destroyed.
Alright, let's regroup on this side. That's an anti-vehicle? Yes.
Armor ready.
Order acknowledged.
Just give me a target. I copy.
Okay, one over here. If they bombard or
Target acquired.
In position.
Repair
anything
station.
like that, another bombing run, then we're in even more trouble.
Unit destroyed.
Roger that. Form up.
Unit destroyed.
Attacking target. Fall out. Awaiting
Okay, we need
orders.
to start getting up here now. No, you're
Unit destroyed.
Yes, Commander.
I think the hill is blocking a lot of shots here.
Copy. Let's go.
Alright, we're gonna try to get another set of build pads up here.
Reporting. Keep going.
Move out.
I guess they can't bombard because the hypervelocity gun.
Right away.
Turret constructing.
Yes, sir.
That'll be gone soon.
LAV on standby.
Can you hit anything from there? Not really. The terrain variance on this map is unfortunate.
Yes, Commander. Ready. Rolling
Base
out.
is under attack.
Alright, let's get back here.
Yes, sir.
Construction.
Right away.
Brigade standing by.
Barracks destroyed.
Armor ready.
Well, we got a hero.
Moving to position.
A minor hero, but still a hero.
Reporting in. Where are we needed?
Tank brigade ready.
Okay. We're just gonna come for the landing zone now.
Affirmative.
I'm gonna sell this.
Sold.
Roger.
Oh, don't go that far up. I'm gonna get repairs.
Secured a build pad.
New
So they can maybe go in and out a little bit.
fire at will.
Target confirmed. All right, men. Take cover.
Attacking. Targeting. Fire. Roger that.
Construction complete.
Firing. Charge. Form up.
Stations on duty. Ready to support.
Unit destroyed.
Awaiting orders.
System online.
Okay, you're just gonna go over there. You're gonna get
Scanning
these.
target.
Prepare for battle.
Unit destroyed.
I'll copy.
Unit
Report.
destroyed.
Do we get any more? I don't know how much more we get. Well, there goes the bombardment. Nope. Hapans are getting it.
Our base is under attack. Turret has been sold.
Victory is ours.
Okay, never mind.
We secured a build pad.
Yay. What do they have? Is it just the fire dragons there? Yeah. In a custom, James Garrett is asking, in a custom campaign with only independent planets, can they revolt and become a different faction? Independent planets cannot revolt.
Building
They don't work
under
on the
construction.
independent faction doesn't work off of influence,
Constructing. Training soldiers.
so they are not able to revolt.
Tactical battle imminent.
Drommel is back to perfect. Okay, sick. Serenno's at 2, also sick. There's stormtroopers over
Construction
here.
Complete.
Transmission
Very
received.
sick. Like, disgustingly sick.
Beginning construction.
But we are at 45 minutes on this episode, so I think we're going to call it there for today. We are going to keep going for one more episode here on Twitch, though. So, for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Hope you are enjoying the series so far, and I hope to see you next time. If you're on Twitch, stick around.